They let that slip through post. I've been calling for like, hey, bring Issa back. I refuse.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode and another review of the Actors Couch. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Jamise.
And this time we are doing a review on the new movie that came out with Issa Rae. It's called The Photograph. Yeah.
Just saw it like what?
20
minutes ago.
Right.
Just got out the theater from seeing it. So
first, what was your expectations of this movie?
Very low. I knew it was just going to be some random like romance movie. It honestly didn't give me much to go on the trailer anyway. I'm like, okay, it's this guy doing a story on whoever this is, and she gonna fall in love and whatever comes with that. My expectations were very high. They weren't excessively high anyway.
For me, I really didn't have no expectations for it because, to be honest, I really didn't want to see it. Because honestly, it's not my type of movie that I would see. It's like a chick flick, and I'm not really into those type of movies.
It's called a chick flick for a reason.
Yeah. I really had no expectations going in, whatever. Yeah. So for me, it was just like, The only reason why I'm seeing it is because I see it was trending this weekend. I heard that the reviews was good for the movie and everything. So I'm like, okay, let me check it out. And it's our job.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Gotta watch movies we may not want to see.
Right.
That's what it is.
So yeah.
So what'd you think of it?
What did I think of it? It was okay. Like I said, it's not the type of movie that I would see. And like I said, it's just my opinion. This is just my opinion on it. But it was okay.
I'm just trying to see what you're going to come up with. Because that's the same kind of attitude I got. It's like, it was okay.
Like I said, I wanted to see what was so good about this movie and what, why everybody was talking about, oh, this is such a good love story and everything.
You missed it.
Thank you. I missed it too. This is no diss or anything to Issa Rae. She's a phenomenal actress, a phenomenal writer and producer and director. But just, like I said, this is just not my cup of tea for a movie. One thing I can say that I did like was I like how it wasn't stereotypical.
Yeah.
It wasn't no baby mama, baby daddy type of drama. It wasn't nobody parents or one of them was on drugs or had some type of mental issues, whatever. Like I like how it was just about a love story. It wasn't no typical black drama. Yeah. Pretty much.
And I was literally thinking that while I was sitting there. Like I'm watching them walk around, I'm like, they black, but they doing regular people stuff. It almost felt weird, but I'm like, no, this is how it should be. This is what we should be doing. What's wrong with when the dude this is toward the very end of the movie, when the dude was thanking him for getting his promotion, he went over and hugged him. I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
Like black people hug each other. Like there's no reason for two black men to not hug. I liked that, so that was nice.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next point. Like we need to see more of that.
Absolutely.
Because I know I'm not speaking for everybody else, but for me, I'm so programmed, used to seeing what I just named that we didn't see in this movie. I'm so used to seeing those traumatic, stereotypical things.
Clean and Slim.
Right. Hello. If you haven't seen that, go check that out now. So I was so used to seeing that. Yeah. So when I watched this movie, I'm like,
something gonna happen.
I'm
where's
waiting.
The drama? There was no drama the whole movie.
I think that was the issue that I've already had, but there was no drama in this movie. And I'm just like, okay, it's kind of boring. Then I had to, I gotta retrain myself. When I seen the previews, I could already say, I already could tell that it was a good movie. Like I say, it's just not a movie that I'm interested in. Right. So if I'm not interested in the movie, it's gonna be kind of hard to grab my attention to it. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So, but
it's like I just kept looking at it like I'm waiting for something dramatic to happen. I'm waiting for somebody to die. Like I'm waiting for somebody to get shot, and it never happens. The movie just coasts through. Like the movie does not stop to like give you any shock value. It's just a movie and it's a story. There's no villain. There's nobody out there trying to get nobody. It's just a regular
like you said,
story.
Just one level. Just
literally the movie from beginning to end is like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I know it's a good thing as far as like comparing it to movies where it's constantly being portrayed negatively, but it's also a movie that's rather boring if you're not used to movies just flatlining the whole time, which is what it did.
My bad.
No, go ahead.
And I think that's what a lot of black people probably gonna go see this movie. I think they're gonna have a problem with that. Is because they're not used to that, so they're gonna think, "Oh, this is boring."
It's boring. Like,
like I don't get why everybody's talking about. It's boring. Like you said, it's
so my mama said, she said, "You gonna see that movie? It was boring." I'm like, damn, mama.
What did you like?
I like the characters. I thought the characters were really well. I will say this: Lil Rel Howery saved the movie.
Yeah,
as far as it flatlined. Every time he showed up, okay, at least he gonna make me laugh because
it's some comedic relief to it.
And he is looking good these days.
He lost some weight.
He lost a lot. He looking fine. He's alright, damn, but he's looking pretty good. But I like the characters. I like that the dynamics of them were essentially the same, just on different levels. They were both extreme on just two different levels. Like he fell in love too fast, and she was just like, I don't want to be in love at all. And it's like, okay, yeah, how do you fix that dynamic? I'll get into why it didn't work for me in the film later, but I did like that. I love the visual of it. It was very pretty. Anytime you set a movie like in New Orleans, it's gonna be gorgeous. Like even in those older parts of town, it's still beautiful to look at. So I like those elements of it.
One thing. This is another thing that I started to notice from a behind the scenes, because like I said, me and you, for everybody who don't know, me and her are both actors, so we see from a different lens. And one thing I started to notice with movies, like anytime they film in the South, it's always this warm light.
Yeah.
Versus when they come to the city, somewhere like New York, it's like this fluorescent type of light. I'm starting to notice, like London, it's always fluorescent.
London is dark as hell.
Yeah.
So you gotta
anytime you see a movie, it's always shot in California, any southern states, Miami. It's always this warm tone to it. It's like an orange, it's like an orange.
Yeah. So helps with the costume too. That yellow dress she had on was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Even if it was just a regular old sundress, but it was so cute. It looked beautiful against her skin. I'm like, they knew how to even like color the actor's wardrobe to fit the environment they were in. I was like, wow, okay, I see y'all.
They did.
Visually making them pop out in front of the crowd. I see what y'all doing.
Another thing that I liked was the soundtrack. I felt like the soundtrack was subconsciously speaking to what they was thinking.
No shit. Because that scene where she was getting ready to read that letter, like after she found out what happened to her mother, and she gets to the level that's supposed to be to her father, and that music get all loud. It's like she in the bed like this. She's like, I'm like, oh my god. It was so frantic, but again, like because it was so jazz oriented. It's very much, there's no lyrics really, unless they had the regular songs they played. But most of the music was instrumental, and it was very jazzy because they're mostly set in New Orleans. So every time they played that jazz music, it did fit the tone of the scene that they were in. That frantic ass shit. I was sitting there like, oh my god, can y'all turn this off? And then whenever she got with him, it would slow down and it would get more like quiet.
I didn't notice that.
You didn't notice that?
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
When they got together, it would slow down a bit. Not to the point where it was like a ballad, but it would.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah. What I was referring to with the music, like in the beginning, when her mom and dad, they was what was they on the boat? Well, they was laying down. Patti LaBelle song came on.
You know what?
If Only You Knew.
I googled that because I was like, hold on a second. They said this thing was set in 1984. I thought that song came out a little bit later. So I wouldn't Google it. I said, when did that song come out? 1983. I was like, okay, they almost got me. Got me. I was like, all right, hold on.
So when they was laying down, Patti LaBelle song came on. It was If Only You Knew. Now, in the, I think that was subconsciously speaking to how he felt. Like, if only you knew how much I love you.
Right.
Because, she wasn't like, I wasn't ready for marriage yet, but he was like ready to get married. And I felt like that song was like,
pushing that through.
Yeah. And I felt like it was going through the whole,
definitely.
Through the whole movie. Just certain songs was like speaking what the other person was thinking. Like with the Al Green song, it was speaking to what Issa Rae character was speaking to. Like, I'm so glad you came over. I've been waiting for you. So I like that. I think that was smart. I feel like that was smart.
Yeah, that was smart. I like that too.
Didn't you like?
Well, Jerome, I didn't like the story, and I don't mean like I didn't. Again, I don't think it was a bad movie. I just did not get the purpose of the story because I don't agree with any of how either person resolved their issues. Hold on. I'm gonna break this down a little bit more. I have a big problem with how the two of them got together in the first place.
Yeah.
That's the main thing I have wrong with the movie. Everything else is kind of inconsequential. Their relationship to me is just, it was
Toxic.
just bad, beyond
No,
bad.
no, I don't want to say toxic. I want to say
Bad.
it's a disaster waiting to happen.
It is.
Because I'm
sorry,
gonna let you go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
swallow.
Go ahead.
It's bad.
I don't want to say toxic, but what I want to say is it's a disaster waiting to happen because they both have issues that they need to talk about and see help for. But go ahead. I don't know.
No,
Go
you're good.
ahead.
No, but you're exactly right. He is the kind of guy who falls in love too fast, who gets involved too quickly, and she's the kind of person who doesn't like to let go and be vulnerable and fall in love at all. You trying to put the two of them together. Now here he come with all this passion and all this, love and affection, and she like,
get that away from me. I don't
even when they was making love, after they was finished, he was all looking at her all sweet. She
like, okay, this
like,
is weird.
right. This is where you leave, right?
Right.
You're supposed to go.
Or do I leave?
Right,
Like,
do I go in my own house? Is that how this works? And yeah, and they again, I know time frames don't matter to people now. I know people don't give a fuck about that, but they knew each other for like 2 days. Maybe I give them 3. They knew of each other for 3 days. They hooked up, fine, whatever. And then they talk, oh, I want to be with you. I want to get to know you. And then you knew it. At least they had the excuse of killing a cop and having to be forced to run away with each other. These two had ample time to actually figure each other out, and they never do. They never actually just sit, except for that time they went out for one drink and talked about like Drake and Kendrick Lamar and all that. But that could happen with anybody. They didn't have any moments together that were, it's like she could have had that kind of connection with anybody. What about him, besides his penis, was so phenomenal that she was like, okay, it's him. Maybe I should give him a chance. Maybe I should get to know him. And vice versa with him. The first thing he saw about her was how beautiful she was. Didn't know anything about her. Probably still don't know all the crazy shit going on in her head. They both have issues that they don't address, and I don't get it.
Because it was another thing what you were saying, like towards the end of the movie, he was like, no, you was like, what you expect him to do is change his life around, and y'all gonna be knowing each other at the most for, at this point, at the end of the movie, maybe a week of knowing each other.
This movie happened in the span of like a week.
And then you want this man to change his life around for you, because you
said, I want him to stay. I said, excuse me, he rude. He just go over there. Stay. I know you got this job in London coming up. It's probably paying you a lot of money, but stay with me. It's about me right now.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't been together long enough for you to demand him to stay somewhere.
That was weird. Man.
I don't want to be practical. Okay? I want to figure it out. That is the worst advice for relationships I've ever heard. I don't want to be practical. I want to figure it out. My parents have been trying to figure it out for almost 40 years. And they could have been practical and got divorced a long time ago, but they didn't. I don't get it. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. It's like, don't be giving me that. That's not how you resolve this problem.
Yeah. What would you rate the movie? 1 to 5 stars.
I give it a 3.
A 3?
I give it a 3.
Why?
Because again, like I said, it was a little boring. It was, and again, that's not because the acting was bad or the acting was actually really good.
It was.
It was so flat for the whole movie. There was no real build to anything. So just a 3 for just it. It was okay. It was average.
For me, I say a 2.
Fair.
Yeah, for the same reason, this same monotone pace that they are going, and like you said, it's not because the acting is bad. The acting is good. Everybody was phenomenal with what they was doing. It's just like I said in the beginning, it's just not for me. It's just not my type of movie that I would see. So so my interest level for it is like it's low.
I will say one thing: I stayed awake.
Yeah, I stayed awake.
I stayed awake through the whole thing.
Yeah, I stayed awake.
And I told myself I was gonna pass out. I'm gonna be sleeping here. Just know it. And I was awake through the whole thing. So.
And another thing why I do like about it was the cast was like almost completely black. It was barely white people.
There was one white person,
Yeah.
and he was their boss, who actually acted more like a subordinate than they were a boss.
Yeah.
He would come and check her, and she was like, "Oh, you leaving me, huh? Okay, fine."
Right.
Yeah.
So I did like that.
Very well
that whole,
casted.
yeah, that
Very
whole.
well casted.
It was a black movie without it being a
Black movie. Yes, and
Yeah.
I was waiting on that. I'm like, okay, where's that? And it never came. I was like, okay, we might be making strides here.
All right. Should our audience go see it?
Sure. If you're into that kind of movie, I mean, it ain't gonna kill you if you don't see it.
Right.
But give it a look. See, if you can get through the first 20 minutes, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said the same thing.
Yeah.
If it's that type of movie you into those chick flicks, them love stories and all that romance, go see it. Go see it. It's not a rom-com. So
No, it's
don't-
not a
so,
rom-com
yeah.
at all. You gonna
So you got our review, everybody. Make sure you go check that movie out. If you have any questions or you want to say what you felt about the movie, leave it below down in our comments, and make sure you like, subscribe, tell a friend about us, share if you care about us. We are the After Couch. I'm Jerome,
I'm Jamise.
and that is it for our review today. Deuces.